Good Monday morning, January 12th. I'm Chris, and this is Morning Mementos. Hope everybody had a good weekend. Getting ready to dive back in it here. Got work going on today. A couple of little chores here and there, not much. I'm working a couple days a week these days. Four in the winter and 3 in the summer. I got more stuff going on in the summer, so kind of cool it off a little bit during the summer. But nice weekend. Got pretty windy and blustery here in Roanoke area, Virginia. Yesterday, pretty high winds. So got a little bit done outside. Rained all day Saturday. That kind of sucked, but what do you do? So got a lot done inside Saturday. So kind of move where the opportunity's available, I guess. All right, let's get after it. Monday morning, fresh start. 24 hours a day, January 12th. From the book Hazelden, 24 hours a day. Thought for the day. The longer we're in AA, the more natural this way of life seems. Our old drinking lives were a very unnatural way of living. Our present sober lives are the most natural way we possibly could live. During the early years of our drinking, our lives weren't so different from the lives of a lot of other people. But as we gradually become problem drinkers, our lives become more and more unnatural. Do I realize that the things I did were far from natural? Meditation for the day. I will say thank you to God for everything, even the seeming trials and worries. I will strive to be grateful and humble. My whole attitude toward the higher power will be one of gratitude. I will be glad for the things I have received. I will pass on what God reveals to me. I believe that more truths will flow in as I go along this new way of life. Prayer for the day. I pray that I may be grateful for the things I have received and do not deserve. I pray that this gratitude will make me truly humble. Our old way of drinking, I can relate very much to this. A lot to this first piece. Our old way of drinking, our old drinking lives were a very unnatural way of living. During the early years of our lives weren't so different from the lives of others, but as we gradually became problem drinkers, our lives become more and more unnatural. Addiction's a progressive disease. And I heard that a lot in early recovery, and early in my life. It gets worse. Watch out. It gets worse. It gets worse. You got to stop, or you should try to stop. It gets worse. What I never heard in early recovery, and I try to keep as a part of my groups, is that recovery is also progressive. I'm a person that's kind of reels in instant gratification, and had for a long time. I try to do a little bit better with it these days. But I have to remember, being who I am and doing what I did out there for 30 years, or just short of 30 years, that it'll take a little bit of time to straighten it up. It'll take a little bit of time for things to start to get turning around. So as I understood fully in the beginning that addiction was progressive, because it was not like it was in the end for me as it was in the beginning. Truth be told, in the early stages of my life, I had a lot of fun. I got in trouble every once in a while, but it wasn't full-blown addiction, doom, gloom, despair, straight out of the gate. It took a lot of years to get there. So during recovery, I didn't hear a whole lot in the beginning about I should also expect this to take some time. So just a heads up, wherever you are in your journey, whatever you're trying to accomplish, and whatever you're recovering from, give yourself a little bit of time. It took a couple of days, couple of years, couple of months to get in the position that you were in. Give yourself some grace. Cut yourself a break. And understand, work towards your goal, but be reasonable that it may not happen as quick as you want. But if you're heading the right way, then you're where you need to be. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me today. Please like, share, throw me some comments, throw me throw me an idea, throw me anything, or throw me away. You know, your choice, whatever. But I'm glad you're here with me, trying to get this thing growing and going. Lord willing, I'll be here again tomorrow if you'd like to join. Y'all have a blessed day and take care. Bye-bye.